Welcome back to the 306th program of News Geelong as we review regional roundup for this week. The news that Geelong did not want and yet has been speculated on over the past years has reached an unfortunate conclusion. The Ford Motor Company will stop manufacturing in Geelong and its other Australian operations by October 2016, with the loss of 1,200 jobs. The decision means 510 jobs will go at the Geelong engine plant. The company said the cost of manufacturing cars in Australia was uncompetitive. All entitlements for the 1,200 employees whose jobs are affected would be protected. The long-awaited opening of the new RACV golf course resort at Torquay will be on June 1. The 5-storey, 92-room resort is a palatial addition to the golf course, with locals still divided in opinions as to whether it will add to the Torquay skyline or be an eyesore. Work on the upgrade of the golf course to a new standard of excellence will begin shortly. The rapid population growth in Bannockburn is tipped to soar, with the town to be connected to natural gas under a $9 million agreement between the state government and supplier SP Australia Net. 1,400 homes and businesses in Bannockburn will be connected in the next 3 years, with residents currently using bottled gas saving up to $1,200 a year. One of the next local towns to be connected may be Winchelsea, which has been promised natural gas connection for a long time, but is still waiting. The GFL, the Geelong Football League, has assembled a top team featuring former AFL champions for its country football interleague showdown tomorrow. The afternoon game will be commenced at 2 o'clock down at Cardinia Park, where former Geelong Football Club premiership players Matthew Scarlett and David Wojcinski join Peter Street, Luke Vogels and 3-time Magarey medalist Jim Allen in the GFL team to play the Goulburn Valley Football League for the title of number 1 league in Victorian country football. The game commences at 2 o'clock, and may the best team win. Geelong train passengers have had the worst month for service delays in 3 years, as a state Greens leader called the VLine performance beyond a joke. 1 in 5 Geelong trains ran more than 6 minutes later than scheduled last month, in the worst punctuality performance on the line since March 2010. The government has signed a $207 million deal to add 40 train carriages to the VLine network by the end of 2016. VLine ran 1,332 trains in April, 136 more than the same month last year. One-stop shop children's services in Leopold have been released. The first stage upgrade includes a maternal and child healthcare centre, a kindergarten, childcare resources, a toy library and outdoor play areas. A potential second stage, as yet unfunded, could also house a library, cafe and community rooms at the site adjacent to Leopold Primary School in Kensington Road. Meryl Friend reports.
The Leopold Community Hub has been granted $500,000 from the federal government to help get proceedings going with stage 1. We were able to catch up with Councillor Rod McDonald.
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic news that the federal government's just announced a grant for $500,000 to help us get the first stage of the community hub underway.
Now, where else is the funding coming from, Rod?
Look, we've got funding also from the state government, something like $1.5 million from the state, and developer contributions from developments in Leopold have tipped in around $800,000. So that's a good sort of, I suppose, bolstering of funds. The rest will be coming from the city. It's approximately a $9 million project.
Well, now welcome. Leopold is one of the biggest growing areas as well, and there's so much going on down there. What sort of facilities will be held in this hub?
Look, this first stage is really based around children's services, so we've got kinder programs, long daycare, as well as administration areas. There's a couple of public meeting rooms and a toy library. So That's the first stage really based around children's services in particular, and maternal and child health.
You've been doing so much work for the ward, and it's really paying off, because when does stage 1 get underway?
We're looking to start probably end of October, November, so it's not that far away now. It's been a long road for the community, but we're finally getting there, and so it's very pleasing to see that first stage will be underway.
And then there'll be stage 2, hopefully.
Yeah, look, planning for stage 2 has early days commenced, the concept plans for it. We're looking at a library and use space, multi-purpose space in that second stage, and I'd be hopeful that we could get that underway after stage 1 is completed.
Well, terrific news, and we look forward to seeing the complex later on or earlier next year.
I think the community's certainly looking forward to it. It's been a long, hard road, but we're finally there.
From the Braham Street City Council offices, Meryl Friend, News Geelong.
And now for the weather outlook for Geelong and the Surf Coast, expected over the next 6 days. Tomorrow, Saturday, will bring morning fog patches, followed by a mostly cloudy day with some isolated showers on the Surf Coast and a top of 18 degrees. Sunday will be cloudy with isolated showers developing by early afternoon and a top of 17. Monday will be partly cloudy with isolated showers and a top of 16. Tuesday will be sunny with light winds and a top of 17. Wednesday will continue to be sunny with a top of 16, while Thursday will be partly cloudy with sunny periods and an expected top of 16. Today we saw patchy morning fog, partly cloudy conditions with some light showers on the Surf Coast this afternoon. We reached a top temperature of 17. And that's the weather outlook for Geelong and the Surf Coast over the next 6 days. This is News Geelong. As we go to a break, we will return with the world of Geelong sport with Tigani after this.